Okay, so in this video we will be going through the shared elements transition from one screen to another, like from whenever we go from the like this book list page to the book details page, then there will be a smooth transition between this image, because this image is same between these two screens, and also the title. So we will be achieving this through the shared elements library. And another thing that we will do is we will create the UIs for the cart screens. Like one is the shopping cart, where there will be list of cart items that the user has added to his cart. Another one is like in the shopping cart there will be a proceed to checkout button, on clicking which will go to the order success page. The routing we have already seen in the previous video, and we will be creating the UI for those screens. And another screen that we will create is the empty shopping cart, which we will be like the whenever the cart items is 0, then we will, instead of the shopping cart, we will be showing a empty shopping cart view. We'll be speaking about the how do we integrate the shared elements and navigation from one screen to another. So like here we are seeing this image. Now we go back, like it is just coming on the screen, so it will be better if we can show some kind of navigation from one to another screen. For that we have to be using the React navigation shared elements library. So I will be speaking about this workflow about this first, then I will be starting the integrating the libraries and using our code. We have these two, home and book data. If we have a item in one screen and we want to link it to another item, so we can use shared elements in that case. So in the home screen we go to component card, there is a image. Now we can link this image all um, like basically this image to that of the book details card, this image, and they will be kind of synchronous. Click on here, then the navigation will be from, like, will be upwards, like it will show in a smooth like full screen from this page, and whenever we go back, then it will again collapse to this one, not just not like now that it is coming suddenly. For that to what we need to do is we will be essentially kind of mapping between these two connecting views, like one is this image, so and they will be by a common id we have to do. So for that can use these two libraries, React Native shared element, and so we will not be directly using this library, another library called React Navigation shared element. So this library, React Navigation shared element, is a kind of binding between React Navigation and this library, React Native shared element. So this is the primitive library. So this provides the basic building blocks, and this is kind of like a connection between the React Native shared element and React Navigation. Then start and install this my React Native shared element and React Navigation. Starting now, what the React Navigation shared element give us, we have to create a stack navigator, then wrap your component shared element and provide the unique ID. So instead of using our stack navigation, then you have to use this new navigator, which is the alternative to the stack. So everything will remain same. We just have to change this navigator. I will copy paste this. Go to our here. Put this. So here we will be upon applying this navigator to the home stack. So we don't need to bother about the card stack. Stack will enable now the our app is running fine. So first we will go to the home tab and use a shared element. ID is missing here. So this is the unique apping ID that we need to provide. This will be dynamic because each image will have the unique ID. We have to map it that there is connection between each item uniquely. So for that we use a dynamic, and now in this each object has a underscore ID. So I will be using. Okay, now if we click here, there is nothing happening. You have to also bind it. For book info card, to do it here, fields. Equals to go to this from this. Now if we click here, see now still it is not working. You have to do it in another place, the navigation. If I go to the navigation, the details screen, I have to add the add element. If we are going from this to this, here I can get the shared elements prop. This will return an array of items, like because this screen we can have multiple transitions. So, and I will show you now. One transition will be from this from image, another this image to image mapping, another one will be from this title to this title. So let's complete the image one. Array of objects. Now the array of objects, this is the id. So animation I will speak about the id we have, about the id that we are providing image slash underscore id. So what I will do here, I have to use the route colon image hyphen route dot params dot item id. See the kind of navigation now. Whenever it is coming back, it is going through via this smooth navigation. Now if we click on this book, it comes from the below to the top, like from this origin, and into maintaining that when it is going back. To enhance this styling, we can use this animation values. One is first one is fade. If we do this now, so if we want to read more about this animation, will be here. The shared element, there is this shared and shared element navigation. So we are using this one crossfade between shared and end elements. So in this case, basically we can experiment with which animation looks good for UI. So this one looks good here. Manipulation between this text and this title. Okay, so we have three pages. We have to make in three changes. One is in navigation, another one is between those two. So we go to this one. There is a shared elements. Copy this, paste it in, wrap it this with the title. Okay, here it will be title. Copy this, bound it like this. I can do like here the title. Now if you go here, this will not work. See, it's not translating because we have to do this on also in the navigation. To create another one title, to see the animation now. See the text is getting like suddenly coming from the top. Now I can do one is another, use this one. It will be using looking good. So this is the simple way to use the shared elements library. So this is the basic flow. We will have to import these two libraries or package or JSON to map them between these screens and also in the navigation. Okay, so now we will be looking into how we can style the shopping cart and also the order successful page. So basically whenever the user goes from this details page and you can select a particular item like a book type like ebook, paperback or hardcover, this ebook with this title of book will be added to his cart. Now what happens is that when he goes to this cart, he will be able to see that his ebook is there, and he can also increase the particular type. Like, so he can select maybe two ebook, so he can increase the quantity of the book from this shopping cart. So basically we will be creating a card for this particular item, and it will display the how many quantities are there and the price. So if the quantity is increasing, so the price will also increase, and we will be calculating this. So the whole thing will be managed via Redux. Now in Redux we will be using the reduxjs toolkit, which is a kind of boilerplate over Redux, and it helps us in managing the Redux state very easily. We don't have to write separate like actions and reduce actions and separate reducers. Now below this list of items there will be a what is the cost. Suppose if to cost rupees 60 and rupees 60, so the subtotal will be 1 point, and there will be a delivery charge. Now the delivery charge is dynamic. If there is a threshold, then the delivery charge is 0. Suppose threshold limit is 100. Now if the subtotal amount is above 100, then the delivery will be 0, else we will charge the delivery fee, and after that there will be a total. So total is the sum of subtotal and delivery fee, and above this we will be showing a proceed to checkout button. So we will be styling this, and on proceed to checkout button, for now there will not be any API call to process the order. We will redirect it to the order successful page, and from the order successful page the user can basically see a dynamic date. Like, suppose I booked this on 20, then the book will be delivered on 22. So I will be adding a dynamic logic, so it is always future from the current date. So we will be basically designing this whole page so that it looks good, and in the top right there will be a cross icon, on pressing which it will go to the home page. So the routing stuff we have already discussed in the previous video. Okay, so let's get started with the like, list of cart items. So in the end we will be fetching the items through the reducer, but for now let's just hard code it and see how we will be list of like structure of the list of cart items. So for that I will be making a variable cart items. This will be a list of objects, and each object will have three. One is the product, the price, and another one is the quantity. To maintain the TypeScript typings, we will be creating a type for that. The book can have a type called export type cart item equals to product. So basically it will be a refactored form of the cart. So because every book, like if you go to the data file here, like necromancer, there are three prices. Now we wanted to increase the quantity based on a particular price. Okay, so that's why there will be a cart item, and this one product will be a book. The quantity will be a number, and the price will be price. Okay, now we will be using this, so this will be the type, so that we can maintain it and do this. For this one the product will be, let's do it, books 0. To maintain the order, quantity, let's do it 1, price 3, books 0 dot prices, suppose 0. Now let's copy this, and this quantity, suppose it is the books will be 1. Let's see if there is data enough. Let's do one thing, v1 will be 0. Now we will be basically looping over this. For that we will be using the flat list. So in the flat list we will be importing the flat list, and the flat list takes in a prop called data equals to art items, then render item with text. Suppose this is will be an item, each item will be the particular object. Item dot product dot help. Okay, see, now it's coming here. So there will be two props of flat list. One is the list footer component and the list header component. They are used as the header and footer, and the content is bit in between them, but whatever the rendered item is. And also we can make the header as sticky. I will be creating a two component. One is the shopping cart totals and buy component. Const shopping cart totals equals to, for now I will just read to a simple JSX. So this will be shopping cart totals, and another component name will be buy component. Yeah, there will be a list header component equals to will be buy component, and there will be list footer component. This will be the shopping cart totals. Okay, buy component and shopping cart total. We will be styling them soon. Here there will be a props called sticky header indices. So this will be 0. Now why did we do this sticky header indices? Because we wanted to stick the buy component. So if there are multiple cart items, then our header will go out of view as we scroll. So for that we have to somehow stick that buy component on top, and the component buy component will be the first one. In the sticky header indices, we give the indices which will be sticky. So for this one, our header will be the first item, that is the 0th item, and for that put here 0. What I will do now is basically put some styles here. We'll import this style sheet. So now our styles are there. We have to import this thing. Let's do the buy component first. Now in the buy component, there will be basically a button so that we can navigate to the order success page. Now const in navigation we have to do equals to. Okay, so now we have to refactor a bit the navigation of this shopping cart, because the buy component is inside this shopping cart and we won't be getting the shopping cart like props that directly. So for that we will be using the use navigation. The use navigation, we will be putting this type. Now how will this type come? It will be similar to this one, but for the shopping cart. Now here it will be shopping cart will be shopping cart screen props, and here we will be putting this type here. Make sure we import this. We won't be needing this, and also okay, we won't be needing this one because we are getting this directly using the hook view. There will be a pressable. There will be pressable, and here there will be a text. The text will proceed to buy, and there will be like some count which we will be getting from the reducer. But for now, let's type just 2 here, and we will be showing this in a bracket. Okay, so now let's do some kind of styling. The background color, theme, dot colors dot surface. It's showing a bit white here. Now pressable will be style equals to styles dot button. It is coming here. Then so here text style will be styles dot button text. Okay, this will be text will wrap here. Proceed to buy button. Now here I will be adding a method called press equals to add to cart. So in the add to cart button there will be navigation dot navigate. You can see here cart home tab order successful shopping order successful page. Okay, see what happened. We are able to go back. It's working right. Our UI wise our buy component is done. Let's do the shopping here. Subtotal will be suppose here 10 4. Then total will be subtotal plus delivery fee. Okay, so basically we will be getting all these type of values from the reducer itself. There will be three part here: total, delivery, and total. Subtotal subtotal will be delivery fee will be delivery fee. This will be total fee total. Okay, does not look good now. Changing this quickly, we will do the style equals to styles dot this totals container. So totals container, if you go, there is a margin, a border with top of one. In each of this view, we will be doing the so here we will be applying this row. Okay, so there will be styles dot row. See, so what does this row means? It is flex direction and this spacing. Okay, so we will do this for all the other rows. So they are coming like this. Now in each text we will be using the styles dot text. Styles dot text. So we can remove this. Okay, so our like UI wise our part is done for this top one and this shopping totals one. Now we will be creating this our main part, which is this like a cart item. So for this I will be creating a component called cart list item dot tsx on suppose cart list put default cart list item. import view. The basics on a view cart text. Now we will return a simple JSX. Suppose view cart list item. Okay. Now we will be importing this instead of the render item. Okay, text image will use the text. Go to the shopping cart. Here it is showing this cart is item. Now we will be sending this item prop called cart item. So type prop item colon cart item. Let's do a simple console log. We go to the cart list item. We pass this prop item. Okay, now let's see how it is being shown in the. It's two types. Ebook price is a price which is 40 and type is paperback. Product is just entire thing, and images we will only maybe showing the title, the price, and we will be showing a kind of a quantity like a kind of icons with like minus and plus icon which will increase and decrease the quantity. For this card list item we will be needing some styles. I will quickly import those. We'll read the style sheet. Let this there will be image. Import here. The image will be it's in source for I art item dot product dot. Yes, okay, let's complete the basic styling first. Resize mode. Now continue. Okay, now then comes the style view part. Here the two text. First one will be the title. Item dot product dot title. Okay. This will be having the number of lines 2. Then there will be another text type colon item dot product where the type will be coming from the price dot type. And then here we use the view show two buttons. These two buttons imported from an icon. Import to feather from React Native vector icons slash feather. Now in the feather you will be two buttons. So the first one will have a name called, it will be minus hyphen circle. Okay, there will be another button plus hyphen circle. Okay, well, let's give them size of 24. And there will be a color of gray. We will just use the text. There will be a text called rupees. So they will be calculating them dynamically. Okay, so let's now style them one by one. So the view will be styles dot container. There is the image. The styles dot image. Then there will be a styles dot name, and here the type be a styles dot type. Then for this one we will be wrapping this this feather minus circle text, the feather plus circle, and this text in a file called styles dot footer. Will be a item total. For this quantity we can do style equals to styles dot quantity. Okay, so this is the UI shopping cart. UI wise it is completed. Now let's go to the order success page. Now in the order success page we will be getting a simple UI where there will be a check mark and there will be text that your order placed, your order was successfully placed successfully, it will be delivered on this date. Okay, this will be a simple UI. As usual, I am pasting the style here, and this can be found in the GitHub repo. We will import this style sheet and this theme. We will be getting this and typo icon, port and typo icons. Get native vector icons and typo. We removing this and this and typo and name a cross. So this is the cross icon. Okay, so the which will go to the home page. Now let's do the size equals to t. So this is the on close press we will be adding. This will be on press, on close press. And now the main UI material icon check mark, so almost similar to n typo. Material community icon, and in from the material community icon getting the name as check and circle hyphen outline. Size will equals to 80. Okay, we'll see this check mark. Now this one with two text. Is this order placed? Another text will be placed. Yes. I, and we will be getting a delivery date style equals to styles dot container. We give a flex the center and background color of primary screen. Okay, now the icons we can do for this cross icon and do style equals to styles dot close. Okay, styles dot close, we give a position absolute and top 30 and right 20. For this check marks we don't need any styling, I think it's fine. For this order placed we will be showing dot success text, so it's a bit bold. For this subtext this will be styles dot subtext. Now if you click on this one it will go to the home page. Okay, so this is the simple UI. Now let's do the delivery date. Now for this what we will do is that we will take the current date and we will add this current date by 2, and then we will return the date string. I will create a function called get delivery date equals to a function. So the we will get the current date, new date, and the one is that how many days we will advance it. So we advance it by 2 days, by days to 2. Then we will add the current date dot set date, current date dot get date plus, we get the date string, current dot get date. Okay, so these are simple JavaScript date manipulations. Current date dot get date, current date dot get month. Plus one. So this plus one is because in JavaScript the date starts from 0. So January is 0 and February is 1. Current date dot get full year, and then we get this string. We will just return this date string. Then we will call this. Okay, so this is 19th. Now we will be doing the empty shopping cart. Close this and go to this shopping cart. The user has not added any items in this cart, so this like list will be empty. So for that we will develop a empty shopping cart component. So this will be a components folder. So we will be writing a condition that if shopping cart, if cart items dot length is 0, then we will be showing the empty shopping cart. But let's first create this shopping cart component. ESX the shopping cart, this will put default empty shopping cart. Now what will be this UI looks like? It will have a text like your shopping cart is empty, then it will have a button. On press of that button it will go to the home route. We return this JSX resable. Rest of this, which will go to the home page. There will be text called go to home. Basically the functionality will be similar to this order successful page, where we will be using the navigation.navigate. So this also we can take it from here. Use navigation will be from one check navigation native, and order success page you don't need shopping cart screen props. Okay, now this one will be new on home press. Okay, this will be on press button, on press. Now let's just first import it, then we will start styling this shopping cart. We will be writing a condition if cart items dot length 0, return this. Now it will not work. Let's do one thing. Items, see the shopping cart is empty, so this is working. But let's do the styling. For the styling I will simply copy paste the styles here, and we will look. So for that just do the import the theme. Okay, now the for this view, the style start container is come in the center, and there is a text will be empty text. else dot text. Okay, accessible button will be having the button. So this is basically on the theme color of our secondary theme. Go to a theme.ts file. This is our secondary theme color, and we are using this with the 50% align the center padding, vertical, top and bottom, border radius, and an item to the center, and then below the button text. Okay, so it is like this. We go to this home page, clicking on this button. Okay, so that's it for this video. Next video we will be looking into the how to manage state using the reduxjs toolkit.